work out the kinks. We don't have that this year. It's we got a new normal right now, so we're starting over, and we just forget last year, and we just got to start all over.
Okay, next up is Rick Stroud.
Hey, Kacy, what's the next level you think for Vita Vea? I mean, we've seen just the raw power and strength, but now is he becoming more of a technician in this defense that he's in it again?
Rick, I think what you just hit the nail on the head when you say technician. Right now, you described all the physical attributes. Now he's got to just continue to become an ultimate professional and becoming an expert at his craft. You know, physical tools we have there, his technique, continue to work on his technique and take the challenge of being one of the biggest guys that play third down in the NFL. Not many guys in the NFL over 340 pounds play on third down. So it's like he's constantly perfecting his technique.
How beneficial was it to have Sue next to him last year? And when you look at Indomicon, you know, do you marvel at the way this guy stays in shape and comes, you know, ready to play physically at his age?
Well, you look at a guy who's a consummate professional from the standpoint of taking care of his body, training, eating right, doing all the little things like that. And then to be out there with Vita, a young, upcoming player, seeing a vet like Sue, the way he works, prepares, and then the things he's seen over the course of his career would have greatly helped a young player like Vita.
Thanks.
Okay, next up is going to be Ed Encina.
Hi, Kacy. Just kind of continuing on Vita, you know,
Okay.
He really seemed to dominate at the end of last, you know, gradually towards the end of last year. I mean, what was really the key to that? And was it just him getting used to the NFL in year two, or was it just something else?
A lot of it is growth, Ed. You're going into year two. He missed a lot of training camp last year with the injury. Then he was coming on. Then he was always playing catch up. Then this year, you know, last year he had all the off season. Then he had mini camps. He had the OTAs and preseason. And then, you know, adding a veteran like Sue next to him and coming in, he just continued the growth process. He's just taking steps every day.
Okay, next is going to be Andrew Kacy.
Hey, Kacy, back to Sue. He's not a big stats guy like a Shaq Barrett or anything like that. But what does he bring to a defense like y'all's, and what does he bring, or what is it like having him there on the interior?
Well, with him, he brings the thing you looked at, and from his standpoint, he would tell you he's very disappointed because he's like anybody else. He wants the big sack numbers and everything. But last year, he had a lot of quarterback hits, and you had a couple of dynamic people on the edges. And what he able to do inside is force some things, this and that. He still gets a lot of attention inside. So his presence helped open it up for everybody. And right now we're preaching unselfish. No, we just want the sack. We don't really care who gets it or who makes the plays. We just want to make plays. So from that standpoint, he's been really good and valuable. And the guy, you know, throughout his career takes, you know, gets some shots for here and there, but he's a very unselfish player.
Okay, next up is going to be John Ledyard.
Coach, I'm curious with Nacho this year. Have you seen a lot of improvement, growth with him? I know he added some weight. What's been your observations in his game so far?
As we stand today, I would probably say he was most improved so far, what I've seen coming back and the brief amount of work we've had together. I say he was most improved. And then, you know, the way we're going to use Nacho some this year, he had to bulk up some with, you know, we had some changes in our line and where it fits with the pieces we got. He's going to have to really take some of the load, share some of the load with Vita on the inside. So he needed to bulk up and he took the challenge. And so far he's making some pretty good strides here at practice.
Are there ways as a pass rusher specifically that you wanted to see him improve, or maybe just in his game overall that you wanted to see him
just
improve?
Overall in his game, because in Todd's package, we're going to be very multiple anyway. So the more you can do, the enhances your chances of being on the field on third down. But we kind of believe if we don't stop the run, you're not getting to third down. So that's the thing we first and foremost, we wanted to buck up, make sure we're strong there and go from there.
Thank you.
Okay, next is going to be Greg Allman.
I'll ask you about two different extremes. First of all, what Kyle Love has brought to have a veteran presence and a run presence on that line, and then what you've seen from Khalil Davis and how he can help you out as a rookie.
Okay, I'm sorry, Greg. I missed the first you asked. Was it about Kyle?
Yeah, by Kyle Love. Just what
Okay.
he's done.
Well, we just added Kyle here not too long ago, but Kyle is a guy, is a jack of all trades. Now, Kyle gives you the flexibility of a guy that can play nose, play three, play the four technique. So that's very invaluable, and a professional, right there, a guy that could play on short notice and play multiple spots on short notice. So that has been a pleasant surprise for us. And then also with Khalil, the thing that jumps out is we keep watching him. He's a very explosive guy. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know he was an explosive as he was to hands-on watching him every day, but he's a very explosive guy. The thing element, he's kind of got an element that we miss. All our other guys, you're going to say they're strong and powerful. Now you had a quick twitch type person. It's a change of pace. It's an element that you didn't have in the room.
Thank you.
Okay, our next question is going to come from James Palmer.
All right. Sorry about that, Kacy.
Oh, you're good, James.
With Tom getting rid of the ball as quickly as he does, on a day in, day out, what does that do for your interior guys in terms of their hands and how they kind of have to have that approach when that's going to be kind of getting work against guys like Breeze and stuff that get rid of the football so quickly?
Well, that's the thing with us. We just got to stay true to our technique, because the really good ones in this league, the ball is coming out. They make their reads. They know where they're going with the ball. And a lot of times the ball coming out. That's why these guys, the really good guys, they don't get hit a lot. The ball's coming out. So we just got to keep working on our technique, this and that, and understand once this guy make the really good ones make their reads, the ball's coming out, be ready to get our hands up. You might not get the sack, but a batted ball is a big play from our standpoint.
All right, next question is going to come from Josh Allen.
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Josh. How you doing?
Just want to ask you, how confident are you with the depth at defensive line? And do you believe that some of these young guys could step right in, if there is an unfortunate injury, case of an injury?
Well, yeah, we're going to be a next man up group anyway. So the thing is, with the way we approach it, everybody is very much interchangeable. We'll have a depth chart where he plays this, he plays that, he plays that. But God forbid we get something that happens, we'll make the changes and we'll just move on. Everybody is interchangeable.
And with the additions of a Khalil Davis, a Benning Potawate, and the holdovers from last year and a Ledbetter and O'Connor, what have they shown you so far this camp that, makes you think that that's a possibility?
Well, the more you practice each day, to me, their job descriptions are filling out. I'm looking at Khalil, you see the quickness and explosiveness. The same thing with Ledbetter. Then you got some length with Pat. You got experience, size, and strength with Sue. You got bulk with Vita, Nacho bulked up. So, if I'm looking at them, they're all multifaceted and can do a lot of different jobs for us.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and our last question is going to come from Leo Haggerty.
Coach, your outside rushers get a lot of credit, and rightfully so, but Sue and Vea got to eat up a lot of double teams. That has to help, doesn't it?
It really does. And like I spoke earlier, those guys is one, I think they know it comes with the territory of the double teams, this and that, but those three, and I think the guy that really, as we looked at the tape a lot last year, that did a tremendous job that we really never mentioned, was Will Golston, because, Sue and Vita, Sue played the three technique, Vita played on the nose, but to the tight end side, all the double teams and power side run, that was Will Golston. So he did a tremendous job. He gets somewhat overshadowed, but those three guys, they know our edge guys are very dynamic. Like as I said earlier, our job is to try to stop the run, help them get to the quarterback, and then anything else left is gravy for us.
Okay, that's all for today. Appreciate you taking time, Coach.
Oh, thank you guys. Y'all stay safe.